Ben Westcott from Bloomberg. Thank you so much for your speeches today. It's great to have you here.
It should be you.
Yeah, thank you. One thing that neither of you have really discussed is the skills shortage. And I've been speaking to developers, and this is something that really is at the absolute heart of what the problem is with getting more homes built in Australia, more than in almost anything else, is that, well, it's construction costs and is a lack of labour. There's a labour shortage. Now, it's a question to both of you. How will you address that to, particularly if on Max's behalf, you're going to be building a large amount of public housing, and particularly on Michael's part, if you're going to be slashing migration to the bone? So how do you address the labour skill shortage in both those situations?
Let's go to Max first.
The nature of Australia's private housing system at the moment it's boom and bust. So you have peaks and you have troughs, and that makes it difficult to maintain a consistent and strong construction workforce where you can plan for the future about how many homes we are going to build. One of the utilities of establishing a government-owned developer that signals to the country and the construction industry that we will be building 610,000 homes, roughly about 50,000 a year, 75,000 a year in the first few years, is that you can plan for that. You can plan your career. You can plan how many construction workers we need in that area and that area. The federal government used to employ architects and town planners and project managers in a genuine federal housing department, which is what we're planning to establish. And so one of the ways we can deal with this boom and bust nature of a private housing market is smooth it out with good counter-investment from the federal government in genuinely affordable housing. Otherwise, we're going to continue to see the same boom and bust nature of our housing system that screws over millions of renters.
Well, Ben, forgive me if I don't share the same amount of faith that Max has in his supposed Greens housing commissar to build the homes Australians need. It's quite frankly ridiculous that what Max is suggesting, that somehow Max and the Greens, through their Greens housing commissar, are suddenly going to teach the industry how to build homes and teach them how to build them more cheaply. The truth is we need to rebalance our migration program. Yes, we need less migrants, fewer migration from the record levels we're at. By no means is the coalition suggesting we won't have a healthy migration program, but it will not be the unsustainable, reckless migration we've seen in recent years. And in rebalancing the migration program, we are untethered to the criminal CFMEU, which has been the thing that has stopped so many of the trades coming to Australia that, quite frankly, our industry needs. Indeed, Max has even conceded that we need. We have a very capable local workforce, very capable. But you don't improve housing outcomes in this country by bringing in more yoga instructors or fitness instructors, important though they may be. This year alone, in this financial year, we've brought in 9 bricklayers. 9 bricklayers. Speak to any builder of the skills of which they have the greatest shortages, and bricklayers are pretty high on the list. 9 have been brought in this financial year by the government. Now, why is that the case? Well, the dirty secret that the Labor Party don't want to expose is that the criminal CFMEU has rationed and basically dictated the way in which our migration program operates. Now, the CFMEU is not concerned with yoga instructors coming in, but they don't want skilled migrants coming in. Now, the Greens and Max, who shares a stage now with the CFMEU, I assume, is tethered to the same requests from the criminal CFMEU. That's not the case for us. We'll rebalance our migration program. We'll reduce migration quite significantly, but we'll rebalance it to the skills that Australia needs.